Sorry for the wait, but here's part 2. The Adventurers Guild, located at the commercial district in the southern part of Arkhazam. It is one of the biggest buildings in the city. In the reception room, after Irishtina's invitation, Nozumu entered the Adventurers Guild with Mars. Since it's been a while since Nozumu has been there, he was a bit nervous.
Wait, someone unusual is here.
Why is that guy here?
Who knows? We just don't have to worry about it. You won't even be able to get a decent quiz anyway.
Most likely. He's just here to beg somebody to give him a piggyback ride. Huh, what a parasite.
What a bunch of noisy bastards.
Mars said and started to glare at them, as all the rats started to scurry away.
Oi, why do you let them off the hook like that?
It's not like we can just punch them in the face, right? I used to feel nothing before.
In the past, Nozumu had unconsciously averted his eyes and closed it, his mind as well, making it difficult to feel the pain. However, after becoming aware of his escapism, Nozumu had become more sensitively aware of the voices around him. This was gradual proof that his eyes had begun to see his surrounding. As Nozumu was deep in thought and being consumed by the painful memories of anguish, a refreshing voice called out to him and Mars.
Hey, sorry for keeping you guys waiting.
Irish said, with Tima smiling beside her, looking at Nozumu and Mars.
No. Don't worry about it. So, what's this request you want us to work together on?
I'll tell you guys at the reception desk. Shall we go, then?
All right.
As Iris went to the reception desk to receive the request, Nozumu accidentally bumped into someone and quickly grabbed the person's hand, and as he saw the person's face, his eyes widened. It was a girl. She had azure blue long straight hair. Her eyes were tinted in the same color as her hair. Her face was surprisingly white and well-shaped. And her most distinctive feature of all was her pointed ears, pointing out from her azure blue hair. They are the only wreaths that can make direct contact with spirits. Normally, they would never come out in public and live quietly in the depths of the forest, but they too lost their native forest during the Great Invasion 20 years ago, and thus were scattered all over the continent. Anyone could tell that she was a student in Solminati Academy because she was wearing the Academy school uniform, and she was the only elf who lived in Arkhazam. That's why everyone, including Nozumu, knew who she was.
I'm sorry, are you okay? You are.
I'm fine, so let go of me.
Ah, all right.
After hearing the emotionless voice of the elf, Nozumu let go of her hand and she glanced at Nozumu with cold, emotionless eyes, turned around and walked away.
Nozumu-kun, what's wrong?
No, I just bumped into someone.
Ah, I see. Sheena Jewel. I wonder if has also something to do with the guild as well. Nozumu-kun, are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. Let's go.
Iris Gina hands out her nameplate for identification, and the receptionist asks if anyone will be joining the party, and to which Iris says Nozumu and Mars will be also joining the party. To which the receptionist was quite confused with the choice of party members, but ultimately she processed the request and handed out to Iristina. So, what's this request about?
The request is to investigate an area near the highway that connects Arkhazam with the Vein River, because it seems like demonic beasts have been coming from the depths of the forest.
The Vein River that flows from the Forest of Spasm to the Forsena Kingdom. At the same time, it serves as one of the main transportation routes for selling goods to Arkhazam. The safety of this route is something Arkhazam must maintain on the regular. Magic Stone Barrier. As the name suggests, it is a stone inside the body of a demonic beast, which gives it special abilities such as magic.
Alright, but are you sure you want us to join you?
As Mars reconfirmed this to Aristina, she suddenly turned her gaze to Nozumo.
Nozuma-kun, you are familiar with the Forest of Spasm, aren't you? Is that true?
Well, it's due to my training with my mentor.
That being said, if it were only along the highway, Nozumu-kun's knowledge wouldn't matter much, because other students would have already been around it many times. In the first place, if I would entrust someone with my back, I would rather limit it to people of the academy. And since I have that one incident involving you guys, I think I can trust you.
As if agreeing with Iris's words, Tima also nodded her head repeatedly. After that being said, Nozumo and Mars didn't have any reason to refuse the request. So afterwards, the four of them finished their discussion and left the Adventurers Guild to complete their request.
Mars, Dickens, and Nozumo bunches, huh? Just in case, let's look into them, shall we?
The receptionist said, whilst walking to the reference room. A short distance away from the reception counter, where Nozumo and the others were accepting the request, Sheena Jewel, an elf girl, was chatting with the female beast man and a male of the human race.
Sheena? Did something happen?
The female beastman had ears on her head covered in brown-colored fur, and a tail of the same color grew softly from under the skirt of her uniform. She was carrying 2 daggers at her waist and wearing only the bare minimum of leather gear on top of her uniform. Her skirt revealed her pump tights and she was dressed lightly. Her name is Mimuru Metu. She is a member of the race of the Beast Men, called the Catmen, and is a student in the 2nd year of the 3rd grade. The other one is male of human race, who wears a blue nameplate on his chest indicating that he is the same 3rd grade, 2nd class as Mimuru and Sheena. He is quite short, only as tall as the chest of the girl next to him. His body is slender, and his large framed glasses emphasizes his fragility. The boy's name is Tom Dale. He is a student at the Solminati Academy, where he is well versed in the study of magic and alchemy.
It was nothing. I just tripped and almost fell.
As she said so, Sheena was peeking at the request that Mimuru had received, but in her mind she was still thinking back to the boy she had just encountered.
Hey, do you know a student in the 10th class with an Eastern saber, a katana?
10th class? I don't know. Who?
While saying so, Mimuru leaned on Tom, who was standing next to her. The way she clung to Tom's arm and rubbed her just against his shoulder was clearly too close to be called a friend. Tom smiled shyly upon seeing Mimuru like this. The two were childhood friends from the Sumaya Union in the southern part of the continent, and at the same time, they were also lovers. Really now, it really does remind me of some...
Maybe it's Nozuma Bountis.
Is he famous?
Well, I guess he is famous. In a bad way, though. You see, I heard he had a dispute with Lisa Hounds, a first-class student, when he was in his freshman year.
I'm sure you've heard the rumors about that time he betrayed his devoted childhood friend, right? I heard he didn't have good grades to begin with, but he's still attending the school now.
Mimuru repeatedly nodded her head, her ears and tail waggling. The rumor of Nozumo was well known at that time, so his name was still in the corner of Mimuru's memory.
Well, it's something like that. So, Sheena, is there something wrong with him?
No, I was just wondering what kind of person the guy who just grabbed my hand was when I tripped and almost fell.
Hey, it's unusual for you to be interested in a stranger, but perhaps it's best if you don't.
It's not like what you think. I'm curious because he was carrying an unusual weapon. Anyway, you've done the procedures, haven't you? Let's go.
With a dismissive gesture, by waving her hands, Sheena and the others also left the Adventurers Guild. Mimuru followed her, pulling Tom by the arm as they rushed out as well. And as the three of them headed out, ahead of her gaze, she remembered the figure of the schoolmate she had just talked about and had bumped into.
I don't know what it was, that stirring sensation deep within my chest.
Sheena, Jewel, was doubtful about the sensation, which she had not felt since she came to Arcazam. But before she could get an answer, she heard the loud voice of Mimuru, who had run off ahead earlier.
What are you doing, Sheena? Hurry up.
Yes, I know.
And so the three of them head out. Their destination was the South Gate. The request they received was to patrol the highway. Coincidentally, this is where Nozumu and his friends, who had bumped into her earlier, had headed earlier.